My lovely, lovely, wonderful people, a pleasant afternoon to you, or evening rather. Boy, people, what a win by the great Mia Mottley, the Bajan politician, or some people may say Barbadian politician. 30 to none. You know, we used to say not back in the day when you call zero, not, not. Oh my goodness gracious me. She is a politician, obviously, an attorney, a stateswoman who serves as the Prime Minister of Barbados and the leader of the Barbados Labour Party, BLP. Positions she held since 2018. So this is her third term, similar to our current Prime Minister, you know. She's certainly one of the most prominent political figures in the Caribbean today. I mean, she has the international community in awe when she's at summits speaking. You know, she has commanded their attention. She is known for both her leadership at home and her influence internationally. You know, she was born on October 1, 1965 in Bridgetown, Barbados. She said she was educated at the London School of Economics and called to the bar in England, Wales, and Barbados. Her political career first elected to the Barbados Parliament in 1994, representing St. Michael Northeast, and has held that seat ever since. Served in several ministerial roles before becoming party leader, including Attorney General and Minister of Education. She's a leader of the BLP since 2008 and served twice as a leader of the opposition prior to becoming Prime Minister. Prime Minister and historic leader. Well, in May 2018, you know, Mottley became Barbados's first female Prime Minister after the BLP won all 30 seats in the House of Assembly, the largest majority in the country's history. So the first female Prime Minister to win all seats by your first try? Are you Usain Bolt? She's the equivalent of Usain Bolt in terms of breaking the records in, you know, beginning 2008. She retained power with another clean sweep in 2022 in the 2022 general election, and recently in February 2026 won a historic third consecutive term, with her party yet again securing all 30 parliamentary seats. Lord. She's also Barbados' first Prime Minister under its Republican Constitution. So after the nation removed the British monarch as a head of state in 2021. One of the longest serving female state leaders globally. Mottley has significantly raised Barbados' profile on the world stage. She has championed climate change action, especially on behalf of small island states vulnerable to climate impacts. She has advocated for global financial reforms like debt for climate swaps. Boy, what a leader. To help developing countries manage climate and economic challenges. Served in leadership roles in regional and global bodies, including as chair of the Caribbean Community CARICOM and chair of the multilateral initiatives. Been recognized internationally, I've seen it, including being named to Time magazine's 100 most influential people list and winning awards for her climate leadership. We're not talking about a fluke of a leader, you know, and as a female especially. Mottley's tenure has been marked by historic electoral victories, bold constitutional reform, and influential global advocacy. Her leadership continues to shape both Barbados' domestic agenda, from economic strategies to climate resilience, and its voice in international affairs. Let me make you know some of the policies she has championed. All right, climate, environment, and energy. Renewable energy transition. Mottley has pushed for Barbados to phase out fossil fuels by 2030, aiming for widespread adoption of solar power and electric vehicles to reduce dependence on imported fossil fuels. Reefs resilience program. This national strategy boosts climate resilience by strengthening homes against storms, restoring coral reefs to protect coastlines, and incorporating nature-based solutions to climate change, tree planting, and food security. Her administration has implemented a nationwide effort to plant more than 1 million trees, supporting climate adaptation, biodiversity, and food resilience. You see the importance of that? To prevent all, what you call it there now? When you have, it's a food shortage, I'm thinking of there. The word not coming to me. Green Youth Empowerment. Barbados launched a national chapter of Green Rising program to train and support young people in climate action, sustainable job famine. I was thinking of sustainable jobs and community leadership, economic and social policy, fiscal discipline and debt management. Under Mottley, Barbados brought its debt to GDP rate below 100% for the first time in over a decade, reflecting a focus on fiscal responsibility while sustaining investment in priority areas. Social protection expansion. Her government has increased welfare benefits like pensions, raised minimum wage in key areas, and expanded support for people with disabilities. Infrastructure and innovation. Investments have included modernizing transport, example, electric buses, water infrastructure, upgraded fish markets, and facilities to support agro-processing. Legal and governance reforms. The lady is like, oh my goodness. Mottley has emphasized anti-corruption measures, whistleblower protections, workplace anti-discrimination laws, and reforms in criminal justice and institutional governance. Okay, let's look at our international and regional leadership. Global financial and climate policy. Bridgetown Initiative and financial reform. Mottley launched the Bridgetown Initiative, a high-profile policy push for reforming global finance so low-income and climate-vulnerable countries can access cheaper, long-term funding, including disaster risk clauses and debt resilience tools. Debt for climate swaps. She pioneered debt for climate resilience swaps, where part of a nation's debt is restructured in exchange for investments in climate adaptation projects, which is good. Climate advocacy at COP and UN reforms. Mottley has been a leading voice at global climate summits, example COP, advocating for fair climate finance, large adaptation funding, and policy frameworks that help vulnerable countries prepare for and recover from climate disasters. Remember, she was here in fairly recent times after Hurricane Melissa. Regional integration and diplomacy. CARICOM Unity and Development Financing. She has called for a collective Caribbean front to secure fairer development financing and stronger economic cooperation across the region. Leadership in youth and education platforms. Her role as global chair of UNICEF's Green Rising Initiative connects Barbadian youth with broader global climate opportunities, skills, and sustainable economic participation. In summary, Mia Mottley's policy focus blends climate action, financial innovation, economic resilience, social protection, and regional and international advocacy. She combines domestic reforms, especially on sustainability, social welfare, and infrastructure, with bold pushes in global forums for fairer financing and climate justice for vulnerable nations. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the great leader, the pioneer, the esteemed, the notable Mia Mottley. And if things continue, she might see a third term because she's 60 or thereabout now? Mighty God, 30 to naught. Lord, I hold them on the field, Lord. No, sir. Not even one seat. Not even one seat. Lord. Beaten. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lines, and you can follow me on Instagram.